Hey everybody, Rabbi Singer here. Let's jump right in. Give God some pleasure. First chapter. Blemishes on the skin, like everything in Torah, are a lesson to the Jew and how to serve Hashem. And anyone can learn from Torah, not only just Jews. As it says, Torah means teaching. And that's from the Radak and Tehillim, etc. The blemishes represent an opportunity to tshuva, increase our love for Hashem, and rededicate ourselves to bringing the true and complete redemption. So that's a very important line, and hopefully that'll be the main thing that comes out throughout this talk, is that when we see something not good in ourselves, it's very easy to start to judge oneself and put oneself down. This is what the evil inclination wants, because it keeps you down, and then you're not doing as much good. Possibly a much more healthy approach would be if a person could be a little more self-detached, maybe, and see this as an opportunity to improve. You know, if you're aspiring to be an athlete, I don't know, that's what comes to mind, and your coach, who you love and trust, points out, a weakness in your game, I would imagine you'd be happy to hear it, because now you can start to work on it and move forward and hopefully advance your career. And the big difference is, a weakness in your game, it's not so personal. It's not like you're a person of bad character or repute. But it does affect your livelihood and your dreams, so it could still be intense. But to see something like within ourselves as opposed to an external skill is a big difference. If a person has a problem with external skill, it's a much more on the surface blemish than if he sees something, God forbid, deficient in himself. But again, the same idea. If we love and trust the coach, how much more so might we love and trust God? And God's pointing out these blemishes as a chance to improve. We can always get better, which is a lot of what we're here to do, is improve our character and dedicate ourselves to serving Him. And there's some perspectives that help with that. Some of the most common misconceptions are, if there is God, how come people are doing such not nice things? And one thing I find very helpful is to realize how loving that is, that the greatest gift God probably gave us, or possibly gave us, is free choice. And, part and parcel with that we can be rewarded for our good decisions. So human beings make choices. Hopefully we make good choices. And I think it's important to highlight, even if we make good choices for selfish reasons, this is good. Just keep making good choices and doing good. I don't care if your motivations are selfish. Eventually maybe you'll do them because it's true. But in the meanwhile, the main thing is the actions. Keep doing good. Actions speak louder than words. And I think that's something that's very important right now. I guess I can't stay away in the modern political spectrum. Just remember that actions are louder than words. So let's look more at President Trump's actions and less at his words, and let's look more at the Democrats' actions and less at their words. And I think we'll see which track record speaks for itself. And I really like what he tweeted out about Israel today. Anyway, hopefully I will do a better job of staying away from that. I would like to just teach my Torah Chiddushim, if possible. But if we can view those things in a loving way, that a loving Father is pointing out something that we could improve upon, then we can be in an empowered place and improve. And it makes us want to serve more and reach the ultimate goal more of having eternal life, which the Rebbe says we can have in these bodies. We just have to see the face of Mashiach, which, as far as I can find, explicitly means, but not limited to, memorizing Mishnayos and saying them in the streets and learning about redemption, which we're doing now. Okay, so hopefully we can view, a lot of the talk is how do we view the blemishes. So hopefully we could view them as an opportunity for improvement and a loving thing that our parent is pointing out. That'd be nice. Okay, paragraph 2. Everything in Torah is to the ultimate precision, to the detail, which is from the Talmud, from Sanhedrin 99a. I guess I'll have to figure out if I want to tell you all these references. Well, who knows, maybe I wanted to look it up. Or from Maimonides, Laws of Tshuva, chapter 3, halacha 8. We can learn out from the order of the blemishes, the order in which they're introduced, the parsha of the week, Tazria, and the particular time of the year, which that's coming up a little later in the year. That's still a few months away. So we have an established principle that any two holy things that share a relationship in space and time share an eternal connection. Just the fact that two things happen in the same time means they must be connected spiritually. Like we say on someone's birthday, he has a special mazel. Every year when the birthday comes around, his mazel comes around too in that improved way. So if that's all true, then the questions are, what's the hidden inner meaning of the blemishes? Might be time to mention that there's, generally speaking, 5 levels for learning Torah. There's the simple meaning. the hinted meaning, the homiletic meaning, the secret meaning, and the Chiddushim meaning. And I'll say a little more about that in a second, but let's just mention the second question, is how can this topic enhance our relationship with our Creator? I mean, it's very nice to figure out some new deep stuff, but how are we going to apply it? How is it going to help us take better actions and get closer to Hashem, which is the ultimate goal, to really get in touch with who we are, and ultimately, a Jew has a piece of God inside of him, an actual piece of the Creator, and to get in touch with that and live that truth. And question 3, what do the many lessons of the blemishes, let's say we do figure all this wonderful stuff out, how does it connect to this time of year? And another thing going on at this time of year is counting the Omer. So that's about a month away. Pesach, also about a month away. Well, happy Purim, everyone. Chag Sameach. And Pirkei Avos, which is also something that we start learning in the summertime, and a time of refinement and freedom. So this all occurs at a time when we're working, when the explicit stated goal of our service of Hashem is to work on character refinement and bring in the redemption. And we just coming from the power of Passover with that big lift and the ability to move forward. So in terms of Torah insights, nothing can negate the simple meaning. If someone comes up with a great idea about how the sea split, a great interpretation, but tries to negate that the sea actually split, that's a no-go. Then the hinted meaning is just below the surface. It might not be your idea, but once you read it, you could certainly connect the dots. It gets a little deeper and a little deeper till you get to the Chiddushim meaning, which once it's stated, you could say, yeah, I could see that, but it would be a connection that no one, that you might feel that no one could ever come up with. I mean, once the Rebbe points something out, you say, I see it, but you would think maybe that you couldn't see it on your own. So only a Rebbe can point out these things. All right, so that finishes the first chapter, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right, God willing, move on to the second chapter.